Donald Trump's rise in American politics has been extraordinary. His 2016 presidential campaign defied expectations and changed the political landscape. He has sparked intense reactions, both positive and negative. Some see him as a savior, while others consider him a threat to democracy. His supporters see him as a strong leader who challenges the status quo. They believe he is the only one who can bring real change and defend their interests. His detractors often criticize his policies and communication style. They accuse him of being divisive and fueling hatred. Understanding Trump's appeal requires looking beyond the headlines and analyzing the factors that resonate with his base. It's important to consider the socio-economic and cultural context in which he emerged. Trump's past as a businessman and TV personality sets him apart from career politicians. His image as a successful entrepreneur has helped build his credibility. His direct approach and unconventional style have proven attractive to a significant portion of the population. His ability to communicate simply and directly has resonated with many. To understand the Trump phenomenon, we need to examine the key elements of his personality and message that resonate with his supporters. Only then can we fully grasp the impact he has had on American politics and the world. Trump's communication style is a far cry from the polished and often cautious approach of traditional politicians. He speaks in simple terms, often using exaggeration and blunt language. This approach, while off-putting to some, is seen as authentic and straightforward by his supporters. They view his bluntness as a sign of honesty and a refreshing change from the perceived evasiveness of career politicians. Trump supporters often feel that he says what they are thinking, even if it's not always politically correct. This perception of honesty and authenticity is a key factor in his appeal. Trump's lack of prior political experience has been portrayed both as a flaw and an asset. His supporters see his outsider status as a positive attribute. They view him as untainted by the compromises and corruption they associate with Washington, D.C. Trump's campaign slogan, "Drain the Swamp," resonated with voters who believe the political system was rigged against them. They see him as a disruptor who can shake up the status quo and bring real change. This outsider image is particularly appealing to those who feel ignored or left behind by the political establishment. Trump's America First message emphasizes American interest in international relations and trade deals. He has criticized past trade agreements, arguing that they have hurt American workers. His supporters often share his view that the United States has been taken advantage of in global agreements. They appreciate his focus on protecting American jobs and negotiating from a position of strength. Trump's emphasis on patriotism and national identity resonates with voters who feel that American values and interests have been neglected on the global stage. Section 5. Speaking the people's language. Trump's use of simple language and relatable anecdotes makes his message accessible to a wide audience. He uses words and phrases that resonate with the everyday experiences of ordinary people, making his speeches easy to understand and direct. He avoids complex policy discussions, preferring to connect with voters on an emotional level. This allows him to create a stronger, more personal bond with his audience, who feel heard and understood. This approach has proven particularly effective in reaching people who feel left behind by globalization and cultural changes. These individuals find comfort in feeling represented by someone who speaks their language and addresses their concerns. They appreciate his willingness to tackle issues they believe are ignored by the mainstream media and political elites. Trump manages to give voice to feelings of frustration and dissatisfaction that many voters experience. Trump's ability to connect with voters on a visceral level, bypassing traditional political discourse, is a key factor in his enduring popularity. This direct and unapologetic communication style allows him to maintain a loyal and passionate following who feel like they are part of a larger movement. Section 6. The Allure of Strength. Trump cultivates an image of strength and determination, which appeals to voters seeking a strong leader. His supporters often express admiration for his business acumen and willingness to tackle challenges head-on. They see him as a leader who is not afraid to make tough decisions. This perception of strength is further reinforced by his rhetoric, which often emphasizes themes of dominance and victory. In an increasingly complex and uncertain world, Trump's projection of strength and confidence provides a sense of security and reassurance to his supporters. Section 7. Rallying the base. Trump's rallies are known for their enthusiastic crowds and fervent support. These events provide a sense of community and shared purpose for his followers. They offer a space where people can express their frustrations and feel heard. Trump's rallies are carefully crafted to reinforce his message and energize his base. They are characterized by patriotic music, chants, and speeches that tap into the emotions and grievances of his supporters. These rallies play a crucial role in maintaining the enthusiasm and loyalty of his base. Section 8. Media magnetism. Trump's unconventional behavior and controversial statements have made him a constant presence in the media. His mastery of social media allows him to bypass traditional media outlets and communicate directly with his supporters. While some view his media presence as excessive and divisive, His supporters see it as a way to challenge the establishment and speak truth to power. Trump's ability to dominate the news cycle, both through controversy and calculated statements, keeps him at the forefront of public consciousness. Section 9. Beyond left and right. Trump's appeal transcends traditional political ideologies. He has drawn support from both Democrats and Republicans who are disillusioned with the political establishment. His supporters often describe themselves as independent thinkers who are not bound by party labels. They are united by a shared belief that the system is rigged against them and that Trump represents a break from the status quo. This transcendence of traditional political divides makes it difficult to categorize Trump's base of support within conventional political frameworks. Section 10. A question of values. At the heart of Trump's appeal is a set of values that resonate deeply with his supporters. These values include patriotism, traditional family structures, and a strong work ethic. Trump's rhetoric often evokes a nostalgia for a perceived bygone era of American greatness. He promises to restore America's greatness and return to a time when these values were paramount. For his supporters, Trump represents a bulwark against the forces of cultural change and globalization that they perceive as a threat to their way of life. Section 11. Understanding Trump's appeal. Donald Trump's enduring popularity can be attributed to a complex interplay of factors. It is not just about politics, but also about personality and how he presents himself to the public. His direct communication style, outsider status, and ability to speak plainly and clearly, his focus on the economy, and his promotion of national pride resonate with a significant portion of the American population. Many see him as a champion for their interests and everyday concerns. Understanding Trump's appeal requires looking beyond the surface and delving into the values and anxieties that drive his base. It's essential to consider economic fears, cultural anxieties, and the desire for radical change. Whether one agrees with his policies or not, it's undeniable that Trump has tapped into a deep vein of sentiment in American society. He has been able to harness discontent and transform it into a potent political movement. His rise to prominence reflects a profound sense of disillusionment with the political establishment and a yearning for change. Many voters feel ignored and see in Trump a voice that finally represents them. Only by understanding the roots of his appeal can we hope to bridge the divides that polarize American politics. It is a complex task, but one that is necessary for the future of the country.